it was very nerve-wracking. I was out there for probably 2 minutes, and at that point I didn't feel safe at that point. I was still very uncomfortable. So there was a lot going on, there was a lot of noise. So one of the flight attendants in the front was like hanging out at the front galley door, not the one where you go in, but the one where they load the food. And she was telling people to come to the front. There was room on those front life rafts up there. So I sort of looked at the water and I thought, no, I'm not getting in there unless I have to. But for whatever reason, I walked back over to the plane and I stuck my head in the door, and I looked to the back, and those of you that have flown, well, you know, all that metal stuff back there where they have the coffee and the food and all that, it was completely underwater. I mean, at that point, the plane was empty. And I looked to the front, and the pilot and the first officer and the flight attendants were just standing outside the cockpit. So it was dry up there, so I thought, well, if they're standing there, it must be okay. So I climbed back in the airplane, and I wouldn't say I sprinted, but I wouldn't say I walked either. But, you know, I made my way up, and they directed me out on the left front life raft. And I was either the last person in that life raft or the second to last person in that life raft, I'm not sure. But I came out, and I slid down the ramp, and I sat on the, you know, it's a life raft like if you've ever been white on a raft or something. It's got the big things on the side. So I sat there, and I don't know how long I was there, but the captain came out and he pointed at me, and he said, I want you to be in charge of this raft. I need a head count. I need an accurate head count of how many people are on this raft. I thought, okay. So he went back in the plane, and the first officer was sitting there, and he said, I'll tell you what, you point to people and we'll raise our hand and count our numbers so that nobody counts the number more than once. That way you'll get an accurate head count. So we did that, and there were 27 people on our life raft, and he came back and he said, how many people do you have? And I said 27. He wrote something down. He went back in the airplane again, and you know, I don't know how long he was in there, but at that point, and then he came back out and slid down the raft, and he sat right next to me, which was pretty cool, I thought, until I realized that, you know, I'm going to be in the life raft as long as everybody else, because they're going to get him last. But it was not long after that the first ferry showed up, and you know, in hindsight, I think they did exactly what they should have. They first went to the people that were still in the water. There were a number of passengers I've talked to who, when the plane first stopped, they jumped in and started swimming for it. And you know, all of them that I've talked to said no, they got about, I don't know how far. The current was unbelievable. I mean, it was pushing the plane. I mean, the plane was moving really fast. In addition to sinking, it was going down towards lower Manhattan. But the one guy I talked to said he swam for maybe